There's a problem with society. People put their own wants before their debts or what they need. I don't do that. I had little food, no transportation money, and I got a tax return, but I owed for surgery to my family. Even though I needed food, even though I needed transportation, I gave up every last dime of that tax return, $1,600 plus. So I gave up my needs to pay back a debt. And I see people around me that can't even pay back a debt, and they'll go out and buy video games or some bullshit like that. What is wrong with society where they are putting their wants before their needs and their debts? I do not understand how that can happen, as well as companies are taking advantage of people and taking their money. I can give an example with a cable company. I can give an example online. I can give an example with Amazon. These big corporations are taking advantage of people that might not have the money for an attorney. They have a lot of, I would say, call them unfair or sketchy business practices. And what's even worse is people have not learned to put their needs and their debts first. You need to get your health together. You need a shelter. You need clothing. You need food. And if you owe somebody money, you have to try to balance those with your debt. For me, I try to pay my debts full. I still feel like I owe people money, and that's a cloud over my head. And when I start having all my needs met, I will pay those debts before I get anything I want. And that's how I run. But society needs to learn how this works. If you owe money, especially if it's a no sketchy business practice, then you need to try to pay it. And you cannot go out to eat. You cannot go and do things like buy video games or go to the movie theater if you still owe money, or if you don't have food in your shelf, or if you don't have a home. And I see people doing this all the time. It's just, it's a big problem in society. I know that my problem is I pay my debts before my own needs. But I still would probably do that. It's something I don't like having a debt over my head. And my needs are hard to meet with my neurological disorder. It's really difficult. One of my needs is transportation. I pay over $400 a month in transportation. That's a big expense on minimum wage. I mean, sometimes it's higher than my rent. My monthly transportation budget is sometimes over what I pay in rent.